Rodrigo, welcome to Floor Talk. It's great to have you on the show.
Thanks for having me, Judy.
It's a pleasure. And I want to start off by talking about the company. Tell me about SambaNova.
SambaNova, I started this company about 7 years ago as a spin out from Stanford University. We're based out of Palo Alto. At the time, we're thinking about how to create computing that's significantly more efficient for AI than what we had. As you know, with NVIDIA GPUs, they're very popular today, but they've been around for 30 years as an architecture. And so we took a new architecture that was coming out of Stanford, significantly more power efficient, significantly higher performance to drive production AI. And that's after 7 years, we're happy to say that we've been in the market now with multiple generations and really driving this change from what's experimentation to now production AI.
Now we're seeing an increased focus on data centers and efficiency with GPUs in the spotlight. So tell me, what's your take on this?
As we've now seen deployments, these data centers are running out of power, they're running out of space, the cost is increasing year after year, and so something has to change. We have to think about when the world's gonna go into full production, which we're not there yet, well, what's gonna happen, right? And so, and very number one is energy, power and energy, right? How do we supply the power to run these data centers? How do we cool it so that is sustainable for our planet? And so that's a challenge we're all facing today because the power is going to continue to grow, and we're now thinking of fairly exotic ideas of every data center having their own nuclear power plants and things like that, which is frankly cost prohibitive for most people. And so we have to think of other ways to do this.
Rodrigo, recently you announced major lab deployments. What do these mean for SambaNova and AI on a global scale?
We've been partners with the Department of Energy and the national labs for quite a few years. We've had deployments at Argonne National Labs and Lawrence Livermore National Labs, and recently we announced additional engagements with Oak Ridge National Labs, as well as TAC, which is an incredible institution in Texas, and an expansion at Argonne National Labs as well. And so these labs do some amazing work, and the types of workloads they research and they drive really gives us a preview of what the rest of the world is going to want. And so we engage with them very, very closely to prepare for kind of what the broader audience is going to want from a workload perspective.
And how do you expect the AI industry to shape up in 2025?
Well, I think this is the year that you're going to see a lot of industries go into production, right? And production, I mean, take the models that they've been toying with, playing with, and maybe tuning over the last few years and go into inference production. And inference is really where your return on investment is going to come. Training is the I portion of ROI, where inferencing is actually the return portion of ROI. And so driving expansion, driving value into corporations. And so you've got to be efficient. You've got to be cost efficient, energy efficient, operationally efficient, so you can drive value into the enterprise.
All right, well, Rodrigo, wonderful to talk with you. Thanks for joining me on Floor Talk today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.